Hey everybody, I wanted to show you today one of the props that I've started working on. Now this is a gumball machine that I picked up at the Goodwill store. I was fortunate enough to find it for only, it was like $6.96 or something like that, which to me feels like a good deal. I don't know if it is or not, but it seems like it is pretty well made. It's metal. First I thought it was plastic, but it is actually metal, which is nice. Kind of throws off my plan a little bit because I know it's going to be hard. I don't want to leave it this red color. In fact, I've already started painting it. That's why the top is black. The top just sort of screwed off. Again, it was red. I just spray painted it black. My original thought, thinking that it was plastic, was that I might even just be able to take a Sharpie marker and color it in, because I think that gives it a nice, even coat when you do that. Sometimes when you spray paint, especially metal, it can stay tacky for a little bit. I've read that you can add a clear coat maybe that will help, remove some of that tackiness, but we're going to find out now, I suppose. Because what I want to do is I want to paint this black. I bought some orange gumballs from Amazon.com. I thought 1 2-pound bag might be enough, but that might only fill it up halfway, so I'm going to get another bag of these. This is actually for my Halloween party that we're throwing this year. I'm going to make a little candy table for the kids. What kid doesn't love gumballs? I've gone ahead and thrown one in here already. You can see you just turn the little thing, goes down, spins around, takes a little bit, and eventually it pops down and you can eat it. I'm not going to eat it because I don't know where this gumball machine has been and I haven't cleaned it out yet, but anyway, I'll do that before we actually give it to the kids, don't worry. But so I thought we would figure this out together, how to decorate it. I'm going to go ahead and paint the rest of this black. I thought I would be able to open it up and somehow color this inside because the chutes are red. I'm not going to be able to do that. I tried. It's got some little screws in the side that hold it together. I thought maybe I could unscrew that, but I think they've also glued them in. So that's clearly not going anywhere. So I'm going to live with the red. It kind of reminds me of a tongue. At first I thought I might, because this kind of reminds me of a pumpkin shape, I thought I might paint this green. Somehow, with the orange balls inside, makes it look like a pumpkin. And then paint the bottom black or brown or green, or I don't know yet. But instead, I thought maybe I might try and make it a little witch, put on a little witch hat, give it some eyes somehow, still paint the base black, but the red gives it sort of like that tongue effect, like it's kind of like a mouth. So we'll figure it out as we go, but let's go ahead and see what we can do about painting this black. Hey everybody, so it's been about 2 weeks since I started my gumball machine project, and a lot has changed since then. Now, I had a bit of a change of heart. As you can see, my first concept was first I think we had talked about making it into a pumpkin. In fact, I had these little orange gumballs, but then I kind of thought, maybe a witch would work better, so I had a little witch's hat on here, and as you can see, with her painted black, I think it would be really good if you got one of those little like mini broom decor things you can find at like the at-home store or Michael's and that sort of thing. I think you could really play up a nice witch theme, but that's not what I'm going to do. I figured, why am I going to reinvent the wheel when a lot of my decor right now that I'm going for, especially this year, revolves around vampires. I mean, hopefully you've watched my other videos where I taught you how to do my bleeding candles and the candelabras and so forth. So I figured instead of going with the witch theme, why not just keep it the vampire theme? So let's go ahead and get rid of that hat and let's change the topper. So I went ahead and I found this topper at the Ross store. Now I was trying to come up with some various ideas on what to do. I mean, I picked up some of these little bat decorations at the dollar store. They're a little bit sparkly, In fact, we'll just pull some out here so you can see better. They come in a bit of a different sizes, but I thought, I could do some sort of bats on here somehow, maybe on the top. But I don't really like that. I really did want to make some sort of wing thing going on at the top, so this wasn't really going to work too well. I did end up using some of these on my bloody candelabra for the topper on that. So be sure to check out that video. So let's go ahead and throw these on the floor. We're not going to use them. When I saw this at the Ross store, I thought this is absolutely perfect. The only problem is, you know, we've got this top that I painted. So we're going to have to get rid of that. Now I could just sit the vampire bat on the top of the gumball machine. I'm just going to move it back a little bit. Hopefully that's all in the frame. But you know, again, this is going to be used at my Halloween party with the neighborhood kids around, and there's really no way that that's going to stick on there. So I took a jar lid, just from some old plastic food jar that we had, and it was practically the perfect size. So I went ahead and I painted it black. It was green, but you know, it slid around a little bit. So I took some double-sided tape and put inside here just to kind of build up the rim, and then put a little bit more tape on there so that when I stick this on here, it's not going to move at all anywhere. And I figured it's just about the perfect size for my bat. So I am letting my hot glue gun heat up. It looks like it's pretty ready now. So let's go ahead and glue this on. I'm just going to go ahead and take off this little tag. Now, this cost $7.99 at the Ross store, but you know, I love it. It's this metal, it's very heavy, very, you know, I love the decoration of it. The only issue, well, I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Let's go ahead and just get this glued on before my hot glue gun just burns the place down. I guess I should probably take off the stickers on the bottom. Actually, now that I am seeing this, it does have a felt material on the bottom, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect my hot glue. I'm guessing it's not going to do us any favors, but let's just see what happens. I guess I can always try and peel that off later. All right, Ross, you don't make your stickers very easy to remove. Give me just one more second here. Sorry. All right, that's probably good enough. All right, I'm just going to, okay, push that back in there. Gonna give this a good amount of glue here. Nothing's easy. I need about 3 more hands. All right, so come on, stay in there. All right, so we'll just add glue. I know this glue sort of cools quickly, so you want to work pretty fast. All right, I'm just going to center it here on my lid, push it down, and there we go. Now I've got a lid. That's pretty strong on there. All right, so now I can put that on. I'm not going to put it on just quite yet because we still have to fill it. But I also thought, you know, with this particular candle holder, I tested a few things in here already. I put in like a little tea light candle and then a like a little string light, so I could even do different colors. And I was just never very happy with it. So I just cut out some construction paper that I can just fill in to just sort of cover up the holes so you don't see them as much. First I tried the red. I'm not too thrilled with the red, so I am going to just leave it black. So when I put the black construction paper in here, come on. All right, let me cut this one just a little big. There. You can't see through the light shining through the bat, so it kind of looks like it's more of a solid piece instead of a candle holder. So we will come back to that in a minute. So one of the other things that I really liked about this, because, you know, as I told you in my last video, I was unable to open up this plastic bit in order to change this red in here. So of course, you know, red is the color that we're going with, because what does a vampire want more than blood? So I figured we would just do a blood theme. I went ahead and got these really cherry bubblegum 1-inch gumballs off Amazon. Now, you remember the orange gumballs that I purchased previously came in a 2-pound bag. Or was it a 1-pound bag? I don't remember at this point, but it wasn't enough. This is actually a 5-pound bag, and I think it was about $20. At some point in these projects, when they just go way over budget, and I just am like, you know what? I just need to get it done. So at some point, it's just like hemorrhaging money. You're just like, whatever. Anyway, So I went ahead and cleaned this. Let's go ahead and put them in there just to see what it looks like, I guess. All right. I probably did this bad. Okay, all right. There is no easy way to do this, so. All right. All right, I will be right back. Okay, just because this is for the neighborhood kids, not for myself, thought I would just use some plastic gloves just to make it a little more sanitary. Just put these in by hand. So, this is going to take a minute. Okay, the last handful of gumballs is going in. Now, I have to admit, I thought 5 pounds was surely going to fill this thing up. But no, we're only about halfway there. So, that's disappointing. Anyway, I'm not going to buy another 5-pound bag of gumballs because this, I think, it's got to be about 250 gumballs in here. And at most, I'm going to have 100 kids at Halloween, so who knows. I guess I could probably find something to sort of put in the center of this to kind of just take up some space. But that's going to be a project for another day. Or we'll just leave it as it is because I might be able to compensate for that with some of these. These are from the dollar store. They're just these sort of gel clings because, I want this to be representative of blood. So I thought we would put some blood on here just to help drive home that theme. I'm hoping these don't stain. I have heard that sometimes these will like stain windows and whatnot. So, ooh, this is kind of more gel-like than I anticipated, which is kind of cool. It's got a very nice sort of translucency to it. All right, well, let's see. I thought I would just sort of put it around here. I guess this is kind of good. So how's that? I actually got 2 of them so I could put some on along the back side as well. But I think maybe 1 is enough. But it comes with these little blood splatters too. So let's just see what happens. I thought we could put some on it. There. And there. Even has these little bitty tiny ones to give it a real splatter effect. They're a little less sticky though. I'm not sure. Yeah, that one doesn't even want to stay on there at all. So, I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to stick on here either. Hopefully it'll stay on there. We'll try a couple more of these little splatter bits just to show you here in the video. I'll probably play with it a little bit afterwards to try and clean it up, but I don't want this video to take 3.5 hours, so there's that. And then I figured, we could put some perhaps up along the top too, but I'm not sure how I feel about it along the top. Let's see what it would look like with the other big blood drip. My concern here is that it's going to look exactly like the bit below. So I'm probably not going to use it up here, but you know what? Let's try it. Actually, I do kind of like it up there. In fact, I might get some more just so I can make it go all the way around on top. I do kind of like that look. So add some more blood splatters. Put one over here. There we go. All right. That's enough for now. Like I said, I'll play with it a little bit later. A couple other finishing details I thought. Now, because this gumball machine works without putting any money in, I thought I didn't want anyone to try and put some quarters in, so I'm going to take a little spider sticker and just stick it right over the quarter hole. Now this is just something I had on hand already. Maybe I can stick it in there. So, you know, just try and use whatever I have on hand. And then lastly, just to drive home the fact that it is a vampire theme, I had a bunch of these sort of vampire fangs that I bought for a dinner party. I thought I would, you know, I saw something that looked really cool online where you could put like a red napkin in between your, you know, vampire fangs, and I don't know, it was just kind of fun looking. So when I was doing my vampire themed dining room, I thought that would be fun. I didn't like the color of them though, because these came from the dollar store. They're very cheap. I don't know if it was supposed to like be kind of glow in the darkish, but I sincerely doubt it. So I just took some white paint and painted it. And let's see. I want to maybe hot glue. Oh, I probably shouldn't have unglued that. How did I want to do this? I thought we could put some fangs. Whoops. Just on the mouth here somewhere. How did I decide I wanted to do that? I really did have a plan before I started this, and now I have no idea how I did that. Maybe just sort of like that. You know what? I'm going to leave it off for now. Sometimes, you know, less is more. I may add it at a later time. Let's go ahead and pop on the lid. And no, it's certainly not going anywhere because it fits very snugly on there. So there we go. Let me put this aside. All right, so tell me, what did you think? Now, I took a few moments off camera to go ahead and touch up the gumball machine. I added a few more of the blood splatters. Well, not just a few more. I finished off the whole 2 packages. I'm probably going to go back and get a couple more packages from the dollar store just to finish it up a little bit. I don't like that some of these blood splatters don't continue all the way around the back. Not that anyone's ever going to see it, but you know, I just like to know that it's a finished product. Kind of OCD, I guess. So, you know, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. You know, it wasn't at all what I thought it was going to be. You know, I first started with the pumpkin, then it became the witch, and now, you know, it becomes the vampire theme, which I think ends up actually being a more cohesive design. I think all of this goes very well together. I forgot to point out, you know, I even got to use my the silver placemats that I bought at Ross that I showed you many videos back with a little bat detail on it. It lends itself so perfectly to the whole design. So, you know, it's always kind of a good idea to take, you know, one idea and just keep on expanding on it. So that's kind of what I've done here, and it turns out to be a much better plan than I originally came up with. So don't be afraid to, you know, change mind. You know, you can always come up with better ideas. Speaking of ideas, if you like what I've done here, make sure that you are subscribed and you check out my other videos to show you how to do like my bleeding candles and my candlesticks that I made and the big gold candelabra that goes all with it. And stay tuned for all of the other videos that I have planned. You know, Halloween's coming up fast. We got to get this decorating started. So anyway, I guess that's really it for now. Make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys, and happy haunting.